In commemorating together, there is solidarity, and not only among Pontian Greeks but also the Armenian and Assyrian communities. We have a shared understanding of the generational pain felt by us all, and in commemorating together, although current circumstances not allowing this to be physically, we know we are not alone. This unity among our nations demonstrates our strength, and that we are not only surviving, but in fact thriving.
To me, the genocide is our history. The suffering our great-grandparents and their parents went through to give us our lives. Entire villages and cities were destroyed, along with thousands of deaths and thousands of people being forced to abandon their homes and flee to other countries. It is important that we not only learn about the genocide because it is our history, but to acknowledge the sacrifices our ancestors went through.
Genocide is understood to be the greatest crime against humanity, and is the mass extermination of a whole group of people in an attempt to wipe them out of existence. It is important to commemorate in order for history not to be repeated, and for us to honour the memory of our ancestors.
We are descendants of a Pontic refugee that experienced the genocide.
Lest we forget.
It's important to commemorate because commemorating a loss of the past contributes to our present and future identities.
It's important to commemorate together this year because weak moments in history didn't stop our ancestors, and it shouldn't stop us from remembering the sacrifices they made for us.
Communities and individuals are strongest when united, and social media allows our cultural communities to connect, share and grow.
No matter what hardships are thrown at us, we will always stick together.
It is still important that we commemorate together since we share a similar memory and thus should support one another and demonstrate to one another that we are all in this together.
It allows us to understand our past, which in return allows us to understand our present. Remembering your history is fundamental to being human.
Commemoration is key when it comes to any tragic events such as the Greek genocide. To commemorate simply means to honour our ancestors' pain and suffering.
Even though we are physically apart, we can still make a public statement this year.
Even though we're apart, it doesn't give us an excuse to forget the hardships and the stories of our people.
We are fortunate enough to have this modern technology where we can do things like this video.
Being physically apart within our own local communities means that we're all connecting in the same way and gives us the opportunity to connect more as a federation across Australia.
United, we can send a strong message that although we have suffered in the past, Pontians are still here, together, proud and stronger than ever.
Together, we are stronger, and although physically we won't be together, we are together in spirit and by means of modern technology.
Remember the Greek Pontian Genocide 2020 and beyond.